What's up, everyone? So hopefully you all like that little intro of Zagreb, Croatia. Maybe you got a little sense of what the country and city is like. So this was a walking tour in the city, and it was run by a local company here called Pathfinders Tour. It is a relatively new company that started right after the pandemic, giving tours of Croatia. But anyways, I did a tour with them to the Plitvice Lakes, which is one of the oldest and largest national parks in Croatia, and also a UNESCO World Heritage Site. I went during a snowy day. Most people go during the summer, but even during the snowy time or the winter time when I was there, it was also a nice sight to see. So why am I making this video? Not just to talk about Pathfinder's tour, but also just to talk generally about walking tours. So after traveling for 3 months to many different countries, I feel like I've gotten some more experience about traveling and traveling efficiently, especially jumping around so much from country to country, city to city. I thought that I might share some insight as to what I think is the most efficient and economical way of traveling. Walking tours or general tours of the city are the most optimal way of being able to sightsee. This is my opinion from my own experiences, so you can listen and decide if you want to follow my advice. I'm not trying to tell you how to travel, but rather for those people who might not have any direction or are a little bit unsure of how they might start visiting a city or traveling to a new country. Hopefully this might give you some direction and help those people out. For one, these general walking tours, the price and the time you pay for is the most money for your buck. For example, as you probably saw from the intro, you can almost see all of Zagreb from that one tour. So that tour lasted for about 3 hours and roughly cost about $40 US. This puts each hour you spend to be about $13 per hour. And I did a bike tour for about $5 and that lasted for about 9 hours. I made a video about that bike tour, so you could look for it on my YouTube. It's one of the earlier videos I made starting my travels. And I've also done a tour in Brazil, a general tour of all the top sightseeing popular places in Rio de Janeiro, and that was about $50 for 9 hours. If you do the math, the money you pay for the time you get is nice. But the point is that for the time you pay for, you guys see all the major sightseeing places for a relatively good price. Usually it's run by locals, which is a plus, but you do have to do your research as to who runs the tours by just looking at the company description. The reason why it's nice that locals run these tours is because they give some insight into wherever you're going that maybe if you were to go there by yourself, you wouldn't be able to have that same insight or that same nugget of information. You could, of course, do tours at specific sites that you want to see, but those usually are around 2 to 3 hours for about the same price as a general tour. Therefore, you would have to stack multiple tours over more time during your trip for definitely more money. If you do opt to do more specific tours, it is still, I think, best to do a general tour first. My reason is because general walking tours or general tours of the city provide you with a comprehensive surface level insight of the city, and from there you can decide whatever piques your interest to go to that specific site again, pay for a more specific tour. But the general tour gives you options. So if you're unsure of what might be in the city or something you might not have seen doing your research, it shows you that place or that area. So general tours would be able to direct you while you're traveling. So hopefully this helps you all have a better sense of how you might want to start any trip. And if anyone's going to Zagreb, Croatia, Pathfinder Tours is a good option, and I'll link their information in the description below. I'm not sponsored by them, but I genuinely think that they gave a relatively good tour of Zagreb, Croatia. After doing that tour for that one day, I was able to kind of venture out and do my own things, explore the city myself, but it was definitely nice to see their perspective on their city that they grew up in and live in, and I felt like I had saw most of Zagreb. So that's the end of the video. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe to see more content like this. I'll be going to more countries in the future, so if you're curious to see what those countries look like and any more travel advice, or just kind of want to see me in these places, subscribe. And if you have already subscribed, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and share. See you all in the next video. Bye.
You in her DM, I'm in her mouth, we not the same. Feeling the funk, the heat, the fire, got the flame.